YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So today I am just building a small little home. It's not really a starter home. It ends up being pretty expensive in the game wise, but it's meant to be just kind of your basic everyday, run of the mill home. It has a garage and a covered porch, and I think it ends up coming out pretty cool. I did kind of use a little bit of kind of a colonial vibe with it. I use a lot of stuff from cats and dogs in here, so it definitely has that type of feel to the build. But yeah, so today, the day I'm recording, I for those of you who don't know, I live in Huntsville, Alabama, and today is the day that we're supposed to have some very, very strong and severe storms. It kind of threw me through a loop because I saw the announcements in about these on the national news. So I'm kind of like, oh wow, like which I mean, living where I do, we get tornadoes all the time. It's not. I'm not saying it's a way of life for us, but it's pretty much a way of life for us at this point. So we're used to them. So to see our weather announcement be on the news was kind of a little bit of a shock, I guess. Kind of makes you realize, oh, maybe this time it actually will get pretty bad. So, but I've pre-recorded a ton of videos just in case I lose power or anything like that. But that's kind of where I'm at right now. I might get blown away by a tornado. Hopefully not. Kind of working on the outside of the house right now. I don't do a whole lot in the way of landscaping with this house. I tried to keep it pretty simple. I don't know. I feel like I've done a lot of landscaping lately, and I do like landscaping, but it sometimes the best thing to do is just do the simple things. So I put a bunch of proud pansies in the front of this house as kind of the flowers. But I think it ended up working out pretty well. It's landscaped just enough. It's not overkill. So yeah, I'm working on adding some siding right now. I played around forever trying to decide what kind of siding I wanted on this house. I really wanted to do like a blue because a lot of times, with colonial houses, you'll see them in like that kind of blue color, but I didn't want it to be like a typical blue suburban either. So playing around with the colors was a lot. I had to spend a lot of time there. You'll see it when we get inside, but I really like this little bay window that I put here. It ended up working perfectly inside. So that was a pretty neat little feature. And also this build has a front porch. Like how many builds do you see that have a front porch nowadays? I mean, really, like newer builds. Like you don't see them much anymore. I used to in the house I used to live in, we had this huge front porch and I had a swing on it and it was my favorite thing in the world to go out on the front porch and just sit on the swing and watch cars go past and such and read books or do whatever. And I mean, obviously you can do that with a back porch too, but I don't know. There's just something about a front porch. So when I put that on this build, I definitely wanted to kind of decorate it a little bit. Maybe put a little coffee table out there, and just it's kind of a quiet place to go and read and relax because that's what I always did on my front porch. And I mean, I don't know. I really like I like front porches. Um, Starting on the inside of the house now, I wanted to use this kind of bluish. I mean, it's not really blue, but it's kind of got that blue hint to it in the wood of this floor because I have not actually used that floor before, and I think it's kind of it's a different kind of floor. So I definitely wanted to try that out. Working on the kitchen, okay, I gotta brag. I love how this kitchen came out. I really do. I think it came out really, really neat. Having the window with, or I'm sorry, having the sink with not just one window, but three there, kind of, spanning across. So I think I think that was kind of a neat thing. I haven't seen any kitchens really like that much. And then with the bay window, I said I put my little seating area there, but I did also put in an actual kitchen table on this build because I realized I have not been putting in kitchen tables much. I've been kind of on a bar area seating kick for a while. So I realized I haven't put kitchen tables on it. So I made sure to include a kitchen table on this build. Kind of going through picking the flowers. I tried to make a little kind of like flower arrangement out of those flower pots to kind of make it a little different, a little better, but I couldn't get it to work. So it just went with the one, which I think honestly I think it looks pretty enough. I think that was plenty. Um but yeah, I am tired today. Yeah, because like I said earlier, today we're getting storms. And yesterday, so I went outside to get some yard work done before, the rain came in. You can't exactly do a whole lot of yard work when it's wet outside. But I weed eated my entire front yard and my arm is killing me, which I have a decent sized front yard that needs to be weed eated. So, but my arm is killing me. I also pulled up quite a few bushes from my yard, just overgrowth. The house I'm living in now used to be my grandmother's home, and she did a lot of planting, stuff like that. And I do not do a bunch of planting or anything like that. So when I inherited the house, she had a bunch of plants planted everywhere, and they were already a little bit overgrown because she was getting kind of up there and it was getting hard for her to upkeep everything. But so when I inherited it, it just kind of sat for a few more years because I just didn't know what to do with it. So yeah, now it's 5, 6 years later, and I'm trying to get my house back in order on the outside, go through, pull everything up. So there were these huge bushes I had to pull and dig up because pine tree seeds had gotten in the middle of the bush. So I had these pine trees growing in these bushes, and it was just, oh my gosh, it was such a mess. But my front yard looks so much better now, but I am paying for it today. I am paying for it. I am tired. I did put a bathroom sink in this bathroom. I've been kind of going on a little bit of a strike with bathroom sinks and haven't been including them in my builds. The reason being because the Sims always come and wash their dishes in the bathroom, and I don't know it. I don't know why that irks me so much, but it does. So I just leave out the bathroom sinks because if there's no sink, they can't come and wash their dishes there. Does this build have a dishwasher? Yes, this build even has a dishwasher and a kitchen sink, so there should be no reason these Sims are coming to wash their dishes in the bathroom, but we all know they will. I mean, I, I wish they would fix that. I don't know why it irks me so much, but it does. I'm working on a kid's bedroom right now. I kind of pictured this could be like a little boy's bedroom. I put void critter poster, just different things that I kind of feel like, a little boy would probably have in his bedroom. But the room is such an odd shape. It's like a L shaped, and you don't really see that with rooms much. So I kind of like that I think it gives it a little bit of character to the room too. It's not a typical room you're going to see every day. Just hanging up posters and stuff on the wall now. I'm about to start working on the living room area, and this was kind of a trick to figure out because I had this kind of long rectangular living room area, and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with it because it's so much space. And just to be honest, it's a lot harder to decorate when it's a lot of space in an area. So, I end up breaking it into kind of two rooms. I mean, not really, but kind of like how the kitchen is divided off from the living room here. I kind of do that similar concept here in the living room. And I make one side kind of like a family game area. So there's like a chess table and a bookshelf and seats and stuff to read, stuff like that. And then the other side, I make kind of a TV area. I'm sorry, not a chess table. I use this card table. Now, to be honest, this little card table has kind of evolved and come in handy in this game a bit because there's now, as of right now, there's now 3 games you can play on that table. You can play the llama game with the sticks that I can't think of what it's called. You can play a card game, or you can play the game that came with Back to Batu. So that table's it's coming useful a little bit. So there's a lot of things your Sims can do with that. And then, of course, bookshelves, open up skills. And you kind of got to have a TV. Not necessarily. I have done builds without TVs, and I think they've come out great. But this house needed a TV. And then I also put a computer desk area right over here in the corner. Right now, I'm kind of still playing with the chess table because I still like that idea of having a chess table. But I end up putting a computer in this corner, which there is a computer in the kids' room, but kind of a family adult computer. Working on the master bathroom now. I do not put a sink in this one because, like I said, I am on a strike. I am not putting any more sinks in my bathrooms, with the exception of the other bathroom I just built, until they solve the issue of the Sims going and washing their dishes in the bathroom sink as opposed to the kitchen sink. And okay, you've heard me rant enough about that. In this bedroom, though, I take advantage of one of the things we got with the last update. Our Sims can now watch TV in bed. So I put a TV across from the bed there, with in front of the dresser. So that's something that Sims can do now, and I am so excited about that. I don't know why that's such a thing for me. I guess it's because now my Sims can finally, live the lazy lifestyle that I live. But no, for real, how often are you, I mean, I know I watch TV in bed all the time, like all the time. So, um, yeah, that was definitely a thing for me. I'm going through and putting the lights now. I wanted to wait until the end to put the lights because I was trying to find lights that would agree with this house and the layout and stuff. I realized I've been using those mini circular lights entirely too much, and I wanted to do something different, but I ended up just coming right back to them because I feel like those are the most out of the way lights. You don't really notice them much when you have those on, and it just worked out. But we're on to the screenshots now. I'm sorry, I love this front porch. I mean, I love front porches in general, but it just there's something about sitting on a front porch. And this kitchen, I think, came out awesome. I'm not gonna lie, I'm bragging a little bit on this kitchen. That was a fun kitchen. I really liked the kitchen. And I did try to keep with the colonial aspect of it. I put the pictures of above the card table of the boats and stuff. So I kind of feel like that kept with it a little bit. But also, it has its own thing and its own style going. And I'm so excited I could finally put a TV above a dresser and our Sims will lay in bed and watch it. That is so exciting to me. But that is the end of this video. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. It really does help us out. And I will see you next time. Bye.